Have you ever felt like the traditional explanations of the tarot cards just don't quite capture their essence? What if the widely accepted idea of tarot as a mere tool for predicting the future is a carefully constructed illusion, obscuring a far more potent reality? The dark secret is that the tarot, in its commonly understood form, is a shadow of its true potential, a system deliberately distorted to keep you unaware of your inherent power and disconnected from the profound wisdom encoded within. This isn't simply about questioning the purpose of a deck of cards, but about questioning the very limitations you have accepted about yourself, and whether those limitations were placed there by external forces. The truth is that the commonly understood interpretations of the tarot can limit your ability to consciously shape your reality. Have you ever considered that those limitations might not even be your own? That the very system that claims to illuminate your path might be a method of control, keeping you from fully understanding your own potential? By understanding this dark secret, you can take the first steps toward reclaiming the personal agency that has been obscured by those distorted interpretations. Consider the card known as the Devil. You've likely been taught that it represents external evil, temptation, and the darkest aspects of human nature. However, what if the Devil card is not an external force, but a mirror reflecting your own shadow self, those repressed desires, fears, and hidden aspects of yourself that, when brought into the light, can actually become the source of tremendous strength and transformation? This is the first key to understanding. This pattern of reinterpretation will be a constant thread throughout our journey. The tarot is not simply a collection of images. It is a powerful system of archetypes reflecting the universal patterns of thought, behavior, and experience that reside within the human subconscious. These patterns are the keys to understanding the self, and the cards are designed to unlock the subconscious, bringing those hidden forces into the light of conscious awareness. Think about how many of your beliefs were formed without your direct input, and consider that those very beliefs are often subtly reinforced by the common interpretations of the tarot, keeping you locked in limiting cycles. These archetypal symbols are not simply random drawings. They are a coded system of knowledge that can either reinforce your limitations or unlock your potential. As we delve deeper, you'll see that the tarot has a direct impact on your ability to access your own power. This is why the commonly accepted interpretations hold such sway. It's a system that operates on your subconscious, programming your beliefs and your actions without your conscious awareness, and subtly keeping you from realizing your true power. We must challenge these interpretations and use the tarot as a tool for self-discovery, a mirror reflecting our deepest fears and limitations, so that we can consciously transform them into empowering perspectives, aligning ourselves with universal principles. We will see how this ancient system can be a roadmap for personal freedom. Take, for example, the Tower card. It's commonly seen as a symbol of destruction, disaster, and chaos. But what if it actually represents the necessary demolition of old structures in your life, the crumbling of false beliefs that must fall to make way for something greater? It's not an end, but a necessary and powerful beginning. We will return to the Tower and the deeper meanings hidden within it. Who benefits from the widespread misunderstanding of this ancient system? Is it possible that the system, in its common form, is being used to manipulate and control? What if there are hidden groups or secret societies that have deliberately obscured its true meaning for their own gain, perpetuating a cycle of dependence and preventing you from realizing your own potential? These are the questions that must be addressed. The true origins of the tarot and its esoteric underpinnings are cloaked in mystery, with connections to ancient secret societies who possess knowledge far beyond the average person. We will begin to unravel these historical threads, exposing a potential manipulation of knowledge that has kept you in the dark about your true nature. By exploring this dark secret, you will begin to awaken the power within that has been waiting to be activated, and discover how to use the tarot not to simply see the future, but to create it consciously and powerfully. The symbols of the tarot, therefore, are far more than simple illustrations. They are a direct language of the subconscious, a carefully constructed system of archetypes that mirror the universal patterns of human experience. Carl Jung, the pioneering psychologist, recognized these archetypes as inherent structures within the collective unconscious, the shared repository of human experience passed down through generations. The fool, for instance, is not merely a character in a story, but a representation of the archetype of the innocent beginning, the unbridled potential that resides within each of us before the constraints of experience and societal conditioning take hold. Similarly, the Empress is an embodiment of nurturing abundance, the creative feminine force that manifests in the material world and is a pattern of creation. The High Priestess represents the hidden knowledge that can be accessed through intuition and inner reflection, and the Emperor embodies structure, order, and the rational mind. These archetypes, when understood, can serve as a powerful lens through which to understand your own behavioral patterns, motivations, and the forces that drive your actions. They are not simply ideas or concepts. They are the fundamental building blocks of your psychological and emotional landscape, and the very system that programs how you act. But what if those fundamental building blocks are programmed to create a specific outcome? These archetypal symbols, deeply embedded within the subconscious, have the power to influence your beliefs and behaviors without your conscious awareness. The common interpretations of the tarot cards function as a form of subconscious programming, subtly reinforcing limiting beliefs and behaviors. Consider the traditional interpretation of the Devil card. Commonly portrayed as an external force of evil, temptation, and sin, this image instills a sense of fear and powerlessness in those who accept this interpretation without question. How often have you allowed this interpretation to trigger fear and to block self-reflection? Instead of recognizing the devil as a symbol of your own shadow self, the repressed aspects of your own nature, you project that negativity outward, disempowering yourself. What if, instead, this card was viewed as an opportunity for self-discovery, an invitation to explore those hidden aspects of your being and to integrate those seemingly dark parts of your psyche? By understanding this, you can take ownership of the card's true meaning. This simple example reveals a pattern that the cards, in their traditional interpretation, can subtly manipulate and limit the viewer's ability to take responsibility for their own power. This is the key to understanding how the tarot's power has been obscured. Let's now examine the Tower card in more detail. Its imagery of destruction, chaos, and sudden upheaval can trigger a deep sense of fear. It suggests a loss of control and an unexpected disaster. This is a traditional interpretation designed to create a sense of apprehension and helplessness in the face of external events. But what if the destruction symbolized by the Tower represents the collapse of outdated beliefs and structures that no longer serve your highest good? The Tower, when correctly understood, is not a sign of impending doom, but a catalyst for liberation. It is the necessary demolition of the old so that the new can be built, the inevitable breakdown that leads to breakthrough. The Tower shows that even chaos can be a doorway to profound growth and transformation. It is a reminder of your own resilience, your ability to weather the storms of life, and to rebuild on a stronger, more authentic foundation. See how each card, when viewed through a different lens, reveals a completely different power, and that this power is always your own. This power, however, can also be channeled through specific interpretations and beliefs to either disempower or empower. These are not simply harmless symbols. They are tools that can be used to shape your reality, and the direction of that power depends on who is defining their meaning. Consider, then, what would happen if these powerful symbols and their interpretations have been used to program specific beliefs and actions. As we move from the psychological into the historical, it becomes clear that the understanding of these archetypes is not limited to modern psychology. Certain groups and secret societies have understood the power of these archetypal forces for centuries, recognizing the tarot not just as a tool for divination, but as a complex system for influencing consciousness itself. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, for example, a secret society that flourished in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, was deeply invested in esoteric knowledge and the hidden meanings of the tarot. They understood the symbols not merely as representations of external forces, but as keys to unlocking inner potential. They used the tarot as a guide for magical practices, for energy work, and for the manipulation of consciousness. They explored the connections between the cards, the Kabbalah, astrology, and other esoteric systems, seeking to master the underlying principles of reality itself. The Golden Dawn, along with other secret societies, recognized that the archetypes were not simply abstract concepts, but powerful forces that could be harnessed and directed with intention. Consider that their interpretation was not freely shared with the public. This is the beginning of another layer of understanding. These secret societies, however, may not have been interested in sharing this knowledge or empowering the individual, and may have had ulterior motives for shaping the interpretations of the tarot. By controlling the narrative, they could maintain a power structure, ensuring that the masses remained unaware of their own capabilities. They created secret practices, encoded interpretations, and initiated only a select few into the deeper mysteries of the cards. Imagine that certain meanings were deliberately obscured and others were amplified. The traditional interpretations presented to the public may be a deliberately distorted version of the original knowledge. For example, the Golden Dawn emphasized the importance of the Hermetic principles, the laws governing the universe, and how they relate to consciousness, and they used the tarot as a tool to understand and harness these principles. But the general public was not privy to this level of understanding, and instead, the cards were presented primarily as tools for fortune-telling. This divergence shows how the system could be manipulated to keep people in the dark about their true potential. The secret interpretations were kept for the initiates, carefully guiding their practices and influencing the way they would operate in the world. They used the system to manipulate energy, to direct intent, and to create the results they desired. This is not just a system of cards. It is a complex and powerful framework with the potential for both good and ill. Let's take another look at the Tower. For the initiated, this card may have represented a powerful alchemical process, the necessary destruction of old structures and beliefs that allowed for personal transformation. It wasn't simply about external events. It was about the internal process of breaking down the ego and consciously choosing what to rebuild. For the public, the Tower remained a symbol of catastrophe, a reason to fear the unpredictable nature of life and to rely on outside forces for protection. Consider how this single divergence in meaning can create a very different life experience. This pattern of deliberately distorted information can be observed throughout history, where secret knowledge is concealed by those seeking to maintain power. Think about the ancient mystery schools, where the most profound truths were revealed only to the initiates who had proven themselves worthy. These schools understood the power of symbolism and the importance of keeping the general population unaware of its true potential. This is why the common understanding of the tarot is so vastly different from what those who controlled the esoteric knowledge understood about the system. The dark secret is that the public understanding of the tarot is a deliberately obscured version of its original intent, designed to keep its true power hidden. This control was maintained by limiting access to the deeper meanings and promoting interpretations that kept people dependent on external forces, rather than recognizing the true source of power within themselves. However, even when shrouded in secrecy, the truth eventually resurfaces. The real power of the tarot lies not in its ability to predict the future, as the distorted version would have you believe, but in its capacity to unlock your inner power of conscious creation. The shift from a perspective of external forces to one of self-mastery is the most important realization we can reach. The cards are not merely a reflection of what might be, but a mirror reflecting the depths of your own subconscious beliefs, fears, and aspirations. This is a critical shift of perspective, from a passive observer waiting for fate to reveal itself to an active creator of your own reality. For example, instead of using the cards to find out if you will get a promotion, you use the system to understand your own limiting beliefs about your capabilities. The cards are meant to bring awareness to your current state. By identifying the patterns, the archetypes, and the behaviors that are currently shaping your life, you can begin to consciously reshape them. You can begin to see the present clearly and make conscious choices that will lead to a different future. The real power lies not in the cards themselves, but in your capacity to use them as a tool for self-reflection and conscious transformation. The suit of swords in the minor arcana, for example, is often associated with conflict, pain, and difficult decisions. But these cards can also be seen as a representation of your own thoughts, beliefs, and mental patterns. When you draw a sword card, it can be an invitation to examine your own limiting thoughts and belief systems. Perhaps a belief that you are not good enough or that your dreams are unattainable. It reveals the patterns of self-sabotage that often play out in your mind, leading to feelings of fear, inadequacy, and resistance. Once you become aware of these patterns, you can then begin to consciously restructure them. This restructuring of the mind becomes an alchemical process where lower thought patterns are transformed into higher, more empowered beliefs. Instead of being trapped by the chaos in your mind, you are now empowered to consciously shape it. This is how you shift from being a victim of your own thoughts to becoming the master of your mind. Each card, then, is an invitation to take ownership of your own inner world and to transform the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. And the cards can also be used as a tool for creation. The tarot, seen from this perspective, is not a tool for divination, but a powerful instrument for aligning your intention, shaping your reality, and activating your inner potential. By using specific card images in visualization exercises, you can begin to harness the archetypal energies that these symbols represent. For instance, if you are feeling stuck in your current circumstances, you can use the image of the Wheel of Fortune, not as a sign that luck will suddenly change, but as a reminder of the cyclical nature of life and your ability to shift your focus and take control of the direction you want to move. By consciously visualizing the turning of the wheel, you are setting an intention to take action to shift the pattern you are experiencing. If you are feeling powerless, you can visualize the Emperor as the embodiment of your own inner authority and power. Conscious intention, combined with archetypal understanding, allows you to activate the latent potential residing within you. By understanding these principles, the tarot transforms from a simple deck of cards to a powerful tool for conscious creation. And the core secret here is that you have always been the source of power. The cards were only ever meant to remind you of this. You are not waiting for something to happen, but are the active participant in creating it. This is the ultimate secret that is being revealed. The patterns throughout the tarot provide this insight. The commonly accepted interpretations are a shadow of the original meaning and intent, which was always to empower and reveal the potential of the user. The psychological programming, the historical manipulation, and the esoteric understanding are all pointing toward this single idea, that you are the source of your own power. The patterns, therefore, are not random. They are a roadmap for understanding your own inner workings, as well as the universal principles that govern reality. The distorted version is the opposite, a deliberate attempt to keep you dependent on external forces, a subtle program designed to keep you unaware of your own infinite potential. The archetypal symbols are universal patterns and reflect deeper truths, that there are forces and energies that can be harnessed for conscious creation. The ancient wisdom that has been obscured is now being rediscovered. You are now beginning to see that what was once presented as prophecy is actually a map of your own subconscious beliefs, fears, and desires. And by understanding this, you can consciously begin to reshape your reality. The cards, as a symbol, act as a bridge to connect you to your higher potential. The gap between esoteric concepts and practical application must be bridged, and you are the bridge. Using the symbolic language of the cards, you can begin to consciously shape your reality. Let's say you decide to work with the symbol of the Sun card. In its most basic form, it is generally considered to represent success, joy, and abundance. But now you understand that it also represents the radiant energy of your own consciousness. This card is a tool for focusing your intent. By deeply contemplating the image, you can visualize yourself radiating joy, success, and abundance. You can use it as a tool to set a conscious intention. This is a shift from hoping for those things to actually embodying them. As you allow yourself to deeply feel this, you are activating that power and shaping a new reality, making you the active participant in your life. The cards, therefore, are the key to unlocking a much deeper understanding of yourself and your ability to create the life you desire. And they are a practical tool that empowers you to create that life. The initial ideas of the archetypes, subconscious programming, and historical manipulation all come together to show you this one profound truth. Self-mastery is the key, and conscious creation is the tool. This is the foundation for everything that will come next, and an understanding of this will transform how you view the world and your place in it. In the next section, we will explore the practical methods of working with the tarot for self-reflection and conscious creation, giving you the tools you need to apply this new knowledge. Each new layer of understanding should increase your awareness of your potential to consciously shape your own reality. This isn't just a theory, it's a system of practices that have the potential to profoundly transform your life. Consider how the conscious intention behind an action can change its outcome, and how this very concept was obscured by those who sought to control the narrative. We will return to the idea of the Tower and the other cards as examples of how an understanding of their original intent leads to different results. The cards are the symbol of the archetypal and universal principles, not the future. Your power to create is infinite, and that is the real mystery that the tarot, in its truest form, reveals. Now that you understand the hidden potential of the tarot and its true power as a tool for self-mastery, it is time to explore the practical techniques that will allow you to activate this knowledge. The tarot, as we have seen, is far more than a passive tool for fortune-telling. It is an active instrument for self-reflection, a mirror reflecting your inner landscape, and a guide for conscious creation. Prepare to move beyond the limiting interpretations and begin to use the cards to reshape your reality. This begins with the power of self-reflection, moving from external predictions to the exploration of your inner state. Instead of asking what might happen, ask what is already within you. The cards, in this understanding, are no longer oracles of fate, but tools for unlocking your own potential. How do you begin this process of active self-reflection? Let us explore a few specific methods to get you started on your journey. One of the most effective techniques for using the tarot as a mirror for self-reflection is journaling. When you draw a card, instead of immediately seeking its traditional meaning, ask yourself, what does this card evoke in me? What feelings, thoughts, and memories does it bring to the surface? Let's take, for example, the Five of Cups card. It often depicts a figure lamenting over spilled cups, seemingly consumed by loss and regret. The traditional interpretation might lead you to expect a period of sadness or disappointment, but let's take this into a new direction. When you draw this card, begin by asking yourself, where in my life am I focusing on loss rather than potential? What areas am I neglecting because I'm too focused on what I've lost? Journal about this for several minutes, allowing your thoughts and feelings to flow freely. Perhaps this card reveals a tendency to dwell on past mistakes, or a fear of not being good enough, a fear of failure that stops you before you have even started. As you write, notice any limiting beliefs or emotional blocks that surface. What do you really believe about yourself and your ability to create the life you desire? This simple exercise transforms the Five of Cups from a symbol of misfortune into a powerful catalyst for self-discovery. It reveals how you may be stuck in cycles of negativity and how you can use this awareness to consciously shift your perspective. This simple method shows you that the true power of the tarot lies not in predicting the future, but in revealing the present and the patterns that shape your experience. Each card, in this sense, becomes a mirror, showing you exactly what is happening in your inner world. This process of reflection extends far beyond analyzing your thoughts. It requires you to engage with your emotions as well. The tarot cards can act as a catalyst, bringing up powerful feelings that often remain hidden in the subconscious. Let's take a deeper look at how you can use visualization techniques to understand your emotional responses and take ownership of them. Choose a card that often triggers a strong emotional reaction in you, whether positive or negative. Let's use the Ten of Swords, which often depicts a figure seemingly defeated, with swords piercing their back. Sit quietly, focusing on the image. Begin to breathe deeply, allowing yourself to relax. As you continue to breathe, imagine yourself stepping into the scene of the card. What do you see? What do you feel? Do you feel fear, despair, or hopelessness? Now, instead of identifying with the figure in the card, step back and observe the scene as an objective witness. What are the circumstances? What beliefs are keeping you locked into this situation? Notice how the same card can reveal different responses in different people, depending on their inner state. Are you reacting to the image based on a past experience? Is there a limiting belief that is being triggered? Perhaps you believe that failure is permanent or that there is no escape from your circumstances. Once you are aware of this, you are free to choose a different path. You might choose to see the 10 swords not as an end, but as an indication of the end of a cycle, clearing the path for something new to begin. This visualization, combined with focused self-reflection, will help you take ownership of your emotions and to understand the underlying patterns that are shaping your responses. And this is where the true transformation begins. By taking responsibility for your feelings rather than being controlled by them, you are stepping into your own power. This active process of observation and internal questioning is the key to unlocking the transformative potential of the tarot. As you begin this process of self-reflection, you will notice a pattern, that the same card can be interpreted in vastly different ways depending on your inner state and your intent. Take, for example, the Five of Cups we previously discussed. The common interpretation focuses on the loss, the spilled cups, and the figure consumed by regret. However, with a shift in perspective, you can see that this card also reveals the remaining cups, the potential for future growth, and the opportunity to learn from past mistakes. Instead of focusing on what has been lost, you can shift your attention to what remains and the potential that lies before you. How do you actively make this shift in perspective? Take the initial journaling exercise and actively rewrite the meaning of the card based on what you now know. If you focused on loss, rewrite the experience as a lesson. If you focused on fear, rewrite that as opportunity. You are using the card to direct your intent. The true power of the Five of Cups, then, is not to predict sadness, but to illuminate your capacity for resilience and transformation. It teaches you that even in the face of loss, there is always an opportunity for growth, for learning, for creating new paths. This is how the tarot empowers you. By showing you that your interpretation of events is what shapes your experience. This active process of reinterpretation is fundamental to accessing the tarot's true potential. As you learn to see each card from different perspectives, you realize that you are not at the mercy of external forces, but the conscious creator of your own reality. You are not defined by your past or by the challenges that you have faced, but by your ability to transform them into opportunities for growth and self-mastery. This shift in perspective, therefore, is the key that unlocks the deeper wisdom within the tarot. And with this understanding, you can begin to consciously align your intentions and shape your reality. This self-reflection, then, is not an end in itself, but a powerful tool for identifying limiting beliefs and emotional blocks, which is the essential first step in dissolving them and activating real change. The tarot acts as a mirror, showing you not only your surface thoughts and feelings, but also the deep-seated patterns of your subconscious. It is not enough to simply be aware of these patterns. You must actively challenge and transform them. When you recognize a limiting belief, ask yourself where it originated. Is this belief truly your own, or is it something that you have absorbed from your family, your culture, or society? Are you reacting from fear or from love? Is there a better story that you can tell? Once you have identified the belief, actively reframe it in a more empowering way. Let's say, for example, you've recognized that you have a deep-seated fear of failure. Instead of allowing that fear to hold you back, consciously reframe it. See each failure as a learning opportunity. What are you now free to do? What new paths are available to you? A simple affirmation such as, "I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth," will help direct the energy of your intent toward a new outcome. The simple act of recognizing your limiting beliefs, reframing them with conscious intent, and focusing your energy to create an alternate path demonstrates the real power of the TAY-RHO. It is not a system for predicting external circumstances. It is a powerful tool for transforming your inner world, and it is from this inner world that your external reality will then emerge. This realization that the power lies within you and not in the cards themselves is the beginning of the true alchemical process. Moving now from the power of self-reflection, let us turn our attention to the transformative power of intention alignment, the active process of consciously shaping your reality using the symbolic language of the TAY-RHO. Intention is the focused energy that directs your thoughts, actions, and emotions toward a desired outcome. It is the starting point of all creation. The TAY-RHO, in this context, becomes a powerful tool for setting clear intentions and directing your energy toward manifesting your desires, using the archetypal symbols as a guide to activate specific qualities and possibilities. It is not enough to simply hope for a better future. You must actively intend it, and you must understand that this intent must align with universal principles. How can you use the TAY-RHO to understand this alignment? Let's explore a method for setting your intentions. The symbolic language of the TAY-RHO is not random. It is a carefully structured system that can guide you toward a deeper understanding of the universal principles of creation. By choosing a card that resonates with your desired outcome, you can harness the energy of that archetype and align it with your intention. Take, for example, the Star card. In its traditional interpretation, the star represents hope, inspiration, and guidance. But beyond this surface meaning lies a deeper understanding of the power of your own inner light. If your intention is to create more inspiration in your life, use the star as a tool to focus that intention. As you focus on this card, create an affirmation that aligns with this intention. I am a source of inspiration, and I radiate my light into the world. Repeat this affirmation with conviction as you visualize the energy of the star flowing through you. You are now using the card as a focal point, a catalyst for setting your intent. As you combine the power of intent with a strong symbolic image, you are beginning to direct your energy in a more focused and powerful way. And by using an affirmation, you are reinforcing the energetic pattern that will create a very different outcome. This method of setting intentions, using the symbols of the TAY-RHO as your guide, connects your conscious mind with the deeper wisdom of the subconscious, allowing for a more effective process of creation. Your intention, therefore, is the foundation of what will manifest in the world around you. The TAY-RHO, however, is not simply an isolated system, but a powerful tool for understanding and aligning yourself with the universal principles of creation. These principles are echoed in many esoteric traditions, including the Hermetic laws and the Kabbalistic tree of life. The connections between these systems can provide a deeper understanding of how the universe operates and how you can consciously shape your reality by aligning with these underlying patterns. Let's examine how the suits of the minor arcana connect to the Hermetic elements and how they reveal specific universal principles. The suit of wands, for example, is associated with the element of fire, representing passion, inspiration, and action. When you draw a wand card, you are being invited to embody the energy of inspired action, to align yourself with the creative force that is constantly moving through the universe. Similarly, the suit of cups is connected to the element of water, symbolizing emotions, intuition, and relationships. This suit teaches the universal principle of flow, reminding you to embrace your feelings and to trust your intuition as you navigate life. The suit of swords relates to the element of air, representing thought, logic, and intellect, reminding you to use your mind as a tool for creation, as well as for analysis. And the suit of pentacles, aligned with the element of earth, symbolizes manifestation, abundance, and material reality. These are not isolated concepts, but universal patterns that are woven into the fabric of existence. By understanding the connections between the tarot and these broader esoteric concepts, you are not simply reading cards, you are aligning yourself with the very laws that govern creation. This is how your intentions can become aligned with the greater forces of the universe. And when that alignment happens, there is no limit to what you can create. Now that you have begun to understand this powerful idea of intention alignment, you can begin to use the tarot as a tool to actively shape your reality through focused visualization techniques. This technique is not simply about imagining a desired outcome. It is about actively embodying the energy of that reality, aligning your thoughts, emotions, and intentions toward a specific manifestation. When you draw a card that resonates with your intention, such as the Lovers, which is often associated with choices, partnerships, and alignment, use that as a focal point for your visualization. Begin by relaxing your body and focusing on your breath. Then, visualize the image of the Lovers in vivid detail. Now imagine yourself embodying the qualities of that card. Feel the sense of harmony and alignment that it represents. As you hold this image in your mind, amplify the feeling of unity and connection, bringing in all of the senses, the colors, the textures, the sounds, the emotions, and the sensations. Act as though the outcome is already manifested. Do not imagine it in the future, feel it in the now. If your intention is to create a more balanced relationship, visualize yourself interacting with your partner in a state of perfect harmony. As you do, clearly state your intention. I am creating a loving, balanced, and harmonious relationship. Repeat the affirmation as you maintain your visualization. This method, combining a powerful visual with a clear affirmation, is far more effective than simply hoping for a positive outcome. It allows you to directly engage with the creative process, aligning your conscious intention with the universal forces of manifestation. And by adding the element of feeling, you are now activating the energy of that manifestation. This practice demonstrates that the power to create lies within you, and that by mastering these techniques, you can actively shape your life. The tarot, therefore, is not a tool for passive prediction, but an active instrument for creation. This understanding is not just a theoretical concept, it is a practical method for creating lasting change. The true power of the tarot lies in your ability to align your conscious intentions with your subconscious beliefs. By using the cards to identify and transform your limiting beliefs, and then harnessing the symbolic power of the archetypes to align your intentions with universal principles, you activate the power of conscious creation. This process is not about hoping for a better future. It is about actively shaping that future. This active process of using the tarot is a tangible method that you can now use to create new outcomes in your life, rather than being trapped by old patterns. The keys are now in your hands. The methods have been laid out for you. This is a skill, and every skill requires practice. What was once a hidden system, a set of symbols for divination, is now revealed to be a method for self-mastery. And the secret of that mastery, as has always been the case, lies within you. But this is only the next step. You are not yet fully aligned with your potential. There is one more level of understanding that must be reached to truly unlock the full power of the tarot and of yourself. But the journey does not end with self-reflection, intention setting, and visualization. There is a deeper layer of understanding that must be uncovered if you are to truly break free from the subtle forms of manipulation that are at play. The dark secret of the tarot is not just about misinterpretations of the cards. It is also about how these very archetypes, the seemingly neutral symbols themselves, can be subtly weaponized to reinforce limiting beliefs and emotional states. Consider that these archetypes are not simply abstract concepts. They are powerful energetic patterns that resonate deeply within the human psyche. And when these patterns are deliberately manipulated through specific symbolic language, the effects can be profound, creating both personal and collective limitations. What if certain groups or entities throughout history have understood this power and used it to maintain a status quo, limiting awareness and reinforcing a specific narrative? This is a crucial question for you to explore. The archetypes, far from being neutral, can be subtly twisted to promote fear, disempowerment, and blind obedience. The key is to understand how this manipulation operates at the subconscious level, bypassing the rational mind and directly affecting your deepest beliefs. Have you ever considered that your own thoughts and emotions may be shaped by more than just your personal experiences? That your very perception of reality is being subtly programmed by hidden forces? Think about the common archetypes that pervade modern culture. The hero, for example, is often portrayed as an external force, someone who comes to the rescue, creating a belief that you cannot solve your own problems, that your own power lies outside of yourself. The victim archetype, similarly, reinforces a sense of helplessness, disempowering you and creating a belief that you are at the mercy of external circumstances. These archetypes, endlessly repeated through media and culture, are not accidental. They are carefully constructed to maintain a specific emotional and mental state, programming your subconscious with limiting beliefs. And the tarot, with its powerful archetypal imagery, can be used to perpetuate this cycle. The traditional interpretation of the Devil card, for instance, often evokes feelings of guilt, temptation, and powerlessness. The imagery of chains, horns, and a demonic figure reinforces the idea that you are inherently flawed and subject to base desires, trapped in a cycle of limitation. But what if this interpretation is a deliberate manipulation designed to keep you in a state of fear and separation? The true power of this card does not lie in external forces, but in your own internal shadow, the aspects of yourself that you have rejected or suppressed. The Devil card, in its true form, is not a symbol of evil, but a reflection of your own power, an invitation to integrate all aspects of yourself and reclaim your wholeness. The true secret is in the reinterpretation, transforming the card from a symbol of fear into a catalyst for empowerment. By consciously choosing to see the hidden potential, you begin to break free from the cycles of subconscious programming. But this requires awareness and a willingness to see beyond the surface. It is crucial to recognize that the power to shape your reality lies not in the external world, but within your own beliefs and your own interpretations of events. When you passively accept the traditional interpretations of the tarot without questioning their underlying assumptions, you are essentially allowing yourself to be programmed by an external source, creating the prison of your own mind. The traditional interpretations of the cards often create a sense of passivity, a belief that your fate is predetermined and that you have no real control over your circumstances. But this is simply not true. This is how archetypes are used to create disempowering narratives, but you have a choice. What would happen if you chose to reinterpret the cards based on your own inner wisdom, connecting them to your personal experience and the potential that lies within you? The Tower card, traditionally seen as a symbol of destruction and chaos, can be reinterpreted as a catalyst for profound transformation, breaking down old structures that are no longer serving you to create a new foundation for growth. The Death card, commonly associated with endings, can be seen as a symbol of rebirth, a necessary cycle of release and renewal. By actively reinterpreting the cards, you are actively reclaiming your own narrative, creating new pathways for understanding and aligning your intentions with your own personal truth. To begin, select a card that triggers a negative response in you. Now, instead of accepting its traditional meaning, take a moment to reflect on what it represents in your own life. What fears, limitations, or negative beliefs does it bring to the surface? Then, consciously choose a new, empowering interpretation of the card, one that aligns with your vision of your desired reality. This active reinterpretation is your first step to unlocking the true power of the tarot and liberating yourself from the manipulation of subconscious programming. Having now begun to recognize how the archetypes themselves can be manipulated, it is time to move to an even deeper layer of the dark secret, the potential manipulation of energy and intent. Certain esoteric groups throughout history have understood that the symbols of the tarot are not just static images. They are actually keys that can be used to direct energy and influence reality. These groups knew that the collective consciousness, the shared beliefs and emotions of humanity could be influenced by the symbols of the tarot, and that focused intention, amplified through archetypal images, had the power to create both personal and collective change. However, this knowledge was often kept secret, reserved for the few who understood the true mechanisms of creation. What if these groups then used their understanding of energy and intention to further their own agendas, consciously or unconsciously manipulating collective energy using these very symbols, and intentionally keeping the public perception of the tarot at a superficial level? This is the deeper dark secret, a lost knowledge of the power of symbols, visualization, and focused intent that has been concealed from the general population and replaced with the simplified, fortune-telling understanding. The symbols are far more powerful than most people know. The truth is that you have always had this power, but the knowledge of how to wield it has been obscured. Are you now ready to uncover this lost knowledge and reclaim the power that is rightfully yours? The symbols of the tarot are not merely abstract representations. They are energetic keys that can unlock specific potentials within you and within reality itself. Think of the power of symbols in religious practices, in corporate logos, and in political propaganda. Every symbol carries an energy, a vibration that resonates with your subconscious mind, shaping your beliefs and emotions without your conscious awareness. The esoteric groups understood that the symbols of the tarot were particularly potent as they tapped into universal archetypes that are hardwired into the human psyche. These symbols could be used to amplify specific intentions, creating shifts in individual awareness and in collective consciousness. By focusing on the image of the Sun card, for example, you can access the energy of vitality, clarity, and abundance. By visualizing the Wheel of Fortune card, you can align with the cycles of change and transformation. The key is to understand that the power does not lie in the cards themselves, but in your focused intention, amplified through the symbolic language of the tarot. Consider the historical use of sigils and talismans in various traditions. These are not just decorative images, they are carefully constructed symbols designed to carry specific energies and intentions. The tarot, in its truest essence, is a similar system of power, a tool for directing energy and influencing the fabric of reality itself. But this understanding has been obscured by the more passive applications of fortune-telling. How can you now take the active role of directing your intent with the use of these symbols? The common use of tarot encourages a passive, predictive approach, where the cards are seen as dictating a predetermined future. But this is simply a distortion of the true power of the tarot. The cards are not meant to reveal what is going to happen to you. They are meant to show you what is already within you and how you can actively create the future you desire. The true potential of the tarot lies in active engagement with its symbols for the purpose of conscious creation. Instead of passively waiting for the cards to reveal your fate, begin to actively use them to set your intentions, visualize your desired outcomes, and direct your energy toward manifestation. To begin this process, select a card that resonates with your desired outcome. Let's say you want to create more abundance in your life, so you pick the 10 of Pentacles. Instead of asking what the card predicts, focus on what it represents in terms of energy and potential. Now, visualize yourself living in a state of abundance, feeling the freedom, security, and joy that come with it. Clearly state your intention. I am creating a life of abundance, and I am grateful for all that I receive. As you repeat this affirmation, feel the energy of the Ten of Pentacles flowing through you, amplifying your intention. This is the true power of the tarot, the active process of using its symbolic language to align with your desired reality. And once you begin to use this active approach, you will realize that you are always the source of power. The cards were always designed to remind you that you can shape your reality with your intention. And this, perhaps, is the deepest secret that has been hidden in plain sight. Now that you have begun to understand the hidden mechanisms of control through archetypal manipulation and the potential manipulation of energy and intention, it is crucial to recognize the power of self-awareness as the key to breaking free from these limiting cycles. The tarot, in its most powerful form, is not an external tool, but a mirror reflecting your inner landscape and a guide for understanding the deepest layers of your being. This is where self-awareness comes in as an essential tool for liberation. It is through the cultivation of self-awareness that you can begin to recognize the subtle ways that your thoughts and emotions are being shaped by subconscious programs and external manipulation. Without this awareness, you will remain a passive recipient of limiting beliefs, constantly reacting to the world rather than actively shaping it. How then can you begin to cultivate self-awareness using the tarot as your guide? The answer is to engage with the cards not as a source of external information, but as a source of internal understanding, transforming them from a tool of prediction into a tool of profound self-knowledge. This is not just about understanding the meaning of the cards. It is about understanding the meaning of the cards within the context of your life and your own personal journey, which is what has always been the key to self-mastery. The secret is in using the archetypes as a mirror to understand yourself. The concept of the matrix has been widely popularized, often used as a metaphor for a hidden system that controls and manipulates reality. But what if this matrix is not simply an external structure, but a state of consciousness, a collective belief system that perpetuates limiting ideas and emotions? This collective consciousness is shaped by archetypal manipulation and reinforced through subconscious programming. The mass media, for example, often uses specific symbols and narratives to evoke specific emotional responses, creating a sense of fear, separation, and disempowerment. Think about how frequently violence, scarcity, and negativity are presented, and how rarely themes of empowerment, abundance, and unity are explored. This constant bombardment of limiting narratives creates a matrix, a web of beliefs that shapes your perception of reality without your conscious awareness. The power of this system lies in its ability to operate at the subconscious level, bypassing your rational mind and directly affecting your beliefs and emotions. And unless you are aware of this manipulation, you will remain trapped in this cycle of limitation, unknowingly playing out the roles that have been assigned to you. How then do you begin to awaken from this state of unconscious programming and create a new reality? The key is self-awareness and the understanding that you can consciously choose which belief systems you will accept. The journey of self-awareness is the journey of liberation. Once you become aware of the subtle ways that you have been programmed, you are free to actively choose your beliefs and to create your own reality, breaking free from the matrix of limitations. The tarot becomes a powerful tool for cultivating this self-awareness, providing insights into your subconscious patterns and revealing the hidden dynamics that are shaping your experience. Instead of passively accepting the traditional interpretations of the cards, begin to engage with them as a reflection of your own inner state. When you draw the Moon card, traditionally associated with illusions, deception, and hidden fears, ask yourself where in your life you are feeling uncertain, confused, or trapped by fear. What limiting beliefs are being activated? What is being hidden from your awareness? Then consciously choose to reframe that fear with courage, choosing to illuminate the shadows and bringing hidden potential into the light. When you draw the Wheel of Fortune card, don't just look at the potential for good or bad luck. Examine your own ability to influence the direction of the wheel through intention, choice, and action. This process of active reinterpretation is not simply about changing your thoughts. It is about changing your energy, your vibration, and your engagement with the world around you. This is the true path to freedom, the active participation in the shaping of your own reality and the reclamation of your own power. You are the creator, do not forget that. Finally, as you move towards the complete understanding of the TAY-RHO's true power, it is essential to understand that the symbols are not isolated constructs, but a part of a universal language, a reflection of the patterns and principles that govern all of reality. This is where the true magic begins. The symbols of the TAY-RHO, like the symbols of Kabbalah, the alchemical processes, or the Hermetic laws, all reveal the same underlying truths. They are all keys of a universal nature that unlock the deeper mysteries of existence. This means that your practice with the TAY-RHO, using all of the methods that have been described thus far, are also keys to unlocking all other systems of knowledge. By understanding these universal patterns, you begin to see that the TAY-RHO is not just a tool for self-discovery. It is a key to understanding your place within the grand tapestry of creation. This also ties back into the dark secret, the idea that this knowledge has been hidden or obscured. The methods have been known for centuries, but were often hidden in plain sight, revealed only to the few that were ready to receive them. Now, that veil of secrecy is being lifted. The question is, are you ready to receive the truth? The interconnectedness of all things is a concept found in many spiritual traditions, and it is a concept that is essential to understanding the true nature of the TAY-RHO. The TAY-RHO is a microcosm of the macrocosm, reflecting the universal laws and patterns that govern all of existence. The Hermetic principle of as above, so below reminds us that the same patterns are present at every level of reality, from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy. The symbols of the TAY-RHO, therefore, are not isolated concepts. They are keys to unlocking these universal patterns. When you draw a card, you are not simply interacting with a symbol. You are interacting with a universal principle, an energetic force that is always present. The suit of wands, as was previously discussed, is not just a symbol of inspiration and action. It also represents the fire of creation that is always burning within you. The suit of cups is not just a symbol of emotions. It represents the universal flow of feeling and intuition that connects you to all things. When you begin to understand these universal patterns, you will recognize that the TAY-RHO is not simply a system of divination. It is a map of reality, a guide to understanding the underlying laws that govern existence. This is why its symbols can be found in so many ancient and esoteric traditions. They are a way to understand the universe, and they are always leading you back to your true nature and to your own power. The common tendency is to see yourself as a passive recipient, waiting for external circumstances to dictate your reality, but the true power lies in the active role of conscious creator, aligning yourself with the universal principles of manifestation. You are not at the mercy of fate. You are an active participant in the shaping of reality, and you always have been. The TAY-RHO is a powerful tool for directing your intention, visualizing your desired outcomes, and aligning your energy with the universal flow of creation. But the true mastery comes from acting with intention and the understanding of your true nature. Every step you have taken in this journey, from self-reflection to intention alignment to recognizing the potential manipulation, has led you to this moment of deeper understanding. Now, you must understand that the next level of change requires action, requires you to consciously apply your knowledge, and to use the symbolic language of the TAY-RHO as a tool for active manifestation. How then can you do this? The answer lies in the consistent practice of aligning your energy with the universal principles, applying your knowledge to shape your reality. When you approach your life with intention, aligned with universal principles, you are no longer a passive recipient. You are a powerful creator of your own reality, capable of consciously directing your energy and transforming the world around you. You have the key. Now it is time to use it. By recognizing the TAY-RHO as a universal language that reflects the principles of creation, you are empowered to move from a passive recipient of fate to an active creator of your reality. This is the most important shift in your journey and the true realization of the TAY-RHO's potential. You are now ready to apply these ideas with the understanding that you are not limited by what you believe to be your circumstances, and that by actively directing your intention and aligning yourself with higher principles, you can achieve all that you desire. You must fully understand that you are always the source of power, and that all systems, from the TAY-RHO to Hermeticism to Kabbalah, are keys to unlocking the potential that has been within you all along. You are the power, and this knowledge, when combined with practice, is the key to transforming your world. But the journey is not yet complete. In the final section, we will explore the final steps to full empowerment, bringing together all of these elements into a practical exercise that will fully align your potential and bring you the transformative experience you have been seeking. You are not a victim of manipulation, but a powerful creator. You can choose to shape your reality, and the next step will reveal how. The journey thus far has unveiled the hidden layers of the TAY-RHO, from its distorted interpretations to the potential manipulation of energy and intention. But knowledge without application is merely potential, and the true power of the TAY-RHO is revealed through action. Now it is time to step into the alchemical process of self-transformation, using the symbols as a catalyst for transmuting your limitations and creating a new reality. This is not a passive process, but an active engagement with your own inner world, a journey of transmuting the lead of your fears and limiting beliefs into the gold of your inherent potential. This alchemical process is not just a metaphor. It is the direct application of universal principles, showing you how to change the energy of your reality. Have you ever considered that your greatest challenges are also your greatest opportunities for transformation? Think about the traditional interpretation of the Devil card. Chains, horns, a demonic figure representing temptation and limitation. This image, for many, evokes feelings of guilt and powerlessness, a belief that you are inherently flawed and bound by your desires. But what if this image is not a representation of an external evil, but a reflection of your own internal state, the lead of your own unintegrated shadow? The true power of this card does not lie in an external force. It lies in your capacity to acknowledge and integrate your shadow, transforming the negative aspects into powerful allies. The devil is not a symbol of your damnation. It is a symbol of your potential power. This is the alchemical process, a method of taking what seems to be base and undesirable and transforming it into something of immense value. The alchemists understood that the prima materia, the raw material of transformation, was often the most undesirable, what others might discard, but that this held the key to all change. This card, therefore, is an invitation, an opportunity to transform your limitations into sources of inner strength. Instead of seeing the chains as a symbol of imprisonment, see them as a symbol of the patterns that you have the power to break. By actively choosing to see this card as a symbol of transformation, you begin to transmute the limitations of the past into the possibilities of the future. What fears have you been holding onto that are keeping you chained to old patterns? What is your version of the lead that needs to be transformed into gold? Consider the common interpretations of the cards and recognize how these often reflect states of imprisonment, reinforcing limiting beliefs, while the reinterpreted versions become the pathways to liberation. The Tower card, often seen as a symbol of destruction, can be transformed into a symbol of necessary change, breaking down old structures to create something new. The Five of Swords, typically associated with conflict and defeat, can be reinterpreted as a call to choose a higher path, transcending conflict through understanding and integration. The Ten of Swords is usually a symbol of painful endings, but it can be transformed into a symbol of a complete ending, leaving space for something new to emerge. These seemingly negative cards often trigger feelings of fear, anxiety, and disempowerment. This is precisely where the alchemical power lies. The cards are not reflecting external circumstances, they are reflecting your inner processes, the states of limitation that you have the power to transcend. And this is the core of the dark secret. By choosing to reinterpret the cards as symbols of inner transformation, you are no longer a passive recipient of fate, but an active creator of your reality. The symbols are now your keys to unlock your hidden potential. Have you ever felt trapped by limiting beliefs? The cards are showing you how to break free. The journey of self-transformation is not a passive one. It requires active engagement and a conscious effort to shift your perspective. The alchemical principle that transformation requires intentional action is critical here. The TAY-RHO, like the alchemist's crucible, is a tool for bringing about inner change, but the actual power comes from the intent that you bring to the process. Consider this. The alchemists did not simply wait for base metals to turn into gold. They actively manipulated their materials, using heat, pressure, and precise combinations of elements to create the desired outcome. Similarly, you must actively engage with the symbols of the TAY-RHO, using your awareness and intention to transform your limiting beliefs into empowering perspectives. This process of transformation requires focused energy and a clear intention for the outcome you wish to achieve. Choose a card that you find particularly challenging, one that triggers a negative emotional response. Let's say it's the Three of Swords, a card often associated with heartbreak and emotional pain. Instead of seeing this card as a reflection of an external circumstance, a future event, see it as a mirror of an internal wound, a hidden fear. Take a moment to connect with the emotion that arises, and then, intentionally, choose to reframe it. Visualize a new image, one where the swords are not piercing your heart, but releasing the pain, and imagine them turning into rays of healing energy. As you do this, repeat the affirmation, "I am releasing all pain and embracing healing, strength, and self-love." This is the power of intentional action, using the TAY-RHO as a tool for active transformation. Now begin your alchemical journey. This alchemical process is about reclaiming your inherent power and aligning with the universal principles of transmutation and growth, allowing you to move from a passive observer to an active creator. It is crucial to understand that you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a powerful being capable of shaping your own reality. The TAY-RHO is not a tool for prediction. It is a map for the journey of empowerment, a guide that shows you how to consciously transform your limitations into sources of strength and to unlock your hidden potential. The journey is about learning to take full responsibility for your own experience, understanding that you have the power to consciously create your own destiny by taking action and creating the desired changes in your inner world. This process may at times feel challenging and require deep self-reflection, but each transformation will bring you closer to your true potential. Remember the idea of the lead and the gold. This is not a literal substance. It is a metaphor for your inner potential, the hidden power that can be activated through awareness, intention, and consistent action, using the TAY-RHO as your guide. So, where will this journey take you? Prepare to awaken your own divinity. Having understood the alchemical process, the next step is to recognize how the TAY-RHO can be used to activate your divine blueprint, the unique pattern of potential that exists within your very being. The symbols and archetypes of the TAY-RHO act as keys, unlocking specific frequencies and energetic patterns, connecting you to the vast potential that is already written within your own consciousness. This concept is not new. It resonates with Jung's work on archetypes, the universal patterns that are deeply embedded in the human psyche, shaping your beliefs, your emotions, and your behaviors. When you engage with a tarot card, you are not just interacting with an image, you are interacting with an archetypal pattern, activating its potential within you. And when you do this intentionally, you can begin to consciously reshape your inner world, aligning with your own unique design. This is not about becoming something that you are not. It is about remembering the truth of who you are. Have you ever felt a deep sense of purpose, a feeling that you are meant for something more? This is the call of your divine blueprint, and the TAY-RHO is one of many tools for activating your innate potential. Consider each TAY-RHO card as a specific frequency, an energetic pattern that can be consciously activated to bring about change in your inner world and your outer reality. The Sun card, for example, is not just a symbol of happiness and success. It is an energetic key that unlocks the potential for clarity, vitality, and abundance. When you focus your attention on the Sun, visualize its radiant energy filling you with warmth, joy, and a sense of unlimited possibility. The image itself is a symbolic representation of your own inherent potential, your capacity for radiating your inner light. This concept is not simply a matter of positive thinking. It is the active engagement with universal principles, using the power of intention and symbolic representation to create the desired outcome. Think of it like tuning a radio to a specific frequency, where each card corresponds to a specific energetic pattern, and your intention becomes the tuning mechanism. This is the process of conscious creation, using the symbols of the TAY-RHO as a tool for activating your divine blueprint. The goal is not to predict the future, it's about consciously directing your present energy. What aspects of your inner light do you desire to activate now? What is your intention? Now let's move from theory to practice, exploring a step-by-step method for utilizing a particular card to consciously change your emotional state and activate the desired qualities within you. This is not a passive process. It requires focused intention and active participation. Choose a card that resonates with the quality you wish to embody. Let's say you are feeling lost and confused, so you choose the Star card, a symbol of hope, inspiration, and clarity. Find a quiet space where you can relax and focus without distraction. Hold the card in your hands and allow yourself to connect with the image. Visualize the star's light flowing into your being, filling you with peace, guidance, and a sense of purpose. As you visualize the card, repeat an affirmation like, "I am clear, I am guided, and I am filled with divine inspiration." Feel the energy of the Star card activating your own inner light. Spend at least 5 minutes in this focused state, allowing the symbolic image to activate your intention and consciously shifting your emotional state. This is the power of focused intention, combined with the archetypal imagery of the TAY-RHO. You are now directing the flow of your own energy and consciously reshaping your inner world. This is the path of self-mastery. By consciously engaging with the symbols of the TAY-RHO, you are activating your potential for self-mastery and manifesting your desired outcomes, taking personal responsibility for your own transformation. The cards are not external sources of power. They are mirrors reflecting your own divine potential. You are the source of your own power, and the TAY-RHO is a tool for aligning your intentions with your deepest desires. Think about this concept. Every symbol, every image, every word carries an energy, and it's your focused intention that brings it to life. Now, begin to choose consciously which energies you will focus on, understanding that your inner world directly impacts your external reality. The TAY-RHO is your key, and your inner world is your canvas. So, what will you now create? Prepare to take responsibility for shaping not only your own reality, but also the collective consciousness. The understanding that individual transformation has a direct impact on the collective is crucial for the next level of conscious creation. When you transform yourself, you contribute to a larger shift in consciousness. This is a fundamental aspect of the interconnectedness of all things, revealing how personal change will influence and inspire others, activating their own potential, creating a wave of positive transformation that will affect the world. Remember the concept of the archetypes? These are not just individual patterns. They are collective patterns shared across humanity, and when you shift your personal relationship with these patterns, you also shift the collective understanding, rippling outwards, affecting many others, even without you knowing it. This underscores the power and importance of individual action. Each act of self-awareness and intentional creation becomes a contribution to the whole. Have you ever considered the butterfly effect? Your actions, no matter how small they might seem, have a profound impact on the world. By consciously creating your own reality, you are actively shaping the collective reality, understanding that what you believe and what you create will influence the beliefs and realities of others. This is why aligning your personal intentions with the highest good is so critical. This is not just about manifesting your personal desires, it is about creating a world where all beings can thrive. The power of conscious creation is a powerful responsibility, a reminder that your actions have consequences, both for yourself and for the collective. Every thought you think, every feeling you feel, and every action you take influences the world around you, and this influence will ripple outwards. Think about the concept of the 100th monkey effect, a phenomenon where a new behavior spreads rapidly through a population after a critical number of individuals adopt the behavior. This illustrates the power of collective consciousness and shows how your personal transformation is an active contribution to this change. Each act of awareness has the power to inspire change in others, creating a chain reaction. How will you use this knowledge to create a more empowering world? The dark secret is not just about personal transformation. It is also about taking responsibility for the collective reality and actively choosing to create a better world. This is the next step on the path of self-mastery, to move beyond individual concerns to a collective understanding. The manipulation of archetypes and energy has created a distorted reality, but you, now equipped with this knowledge, have the power to consciously participate in creating a new reality, a reality based on awareness, interconnectedness, and shared responsibility. The power of conscious creation is not meant for individual gain at the expense of others. It is meant to be used for the benefit of all, aligning your personal intentions with higher principles. Think about the choices you make every day, the words you speak, and the actions you take. Do they reflect a commitment to growth, awareness, and interconnectedness? This is the true challenge of conscious creation, to choose thoughts, feelings, and actions that contribute to the collective good. You are not just creating your own reality, you are creating the reality for everyone. By embracing your power of conscious creation, you are actively participating in the birth of a new reality, a reality founded upon self-mastery, awareness, and interconnectedness. You have moved from being a passive observer of your reality to an active creator of a more empowered collective. This is the true power of transformation, the ability to consciously shape not only your own experience, but also to influence the world around you. The responsibility of this power is immense, yet also incredibly rewarding. With each step of transformation, you will start to see that your life and the lives of all others are interconnected. You are not isolated beings, you are part of a whole, and your actions have a ripple effect on the entire collective consciousness. The more aware you become of this interconnection, the more deliberate your actions will be. So how will you now choose to act? Prepare to step onto the path of the initiate. The journey of self-mastery is a continuous process, and as you move forward with this new understanding, it is important to see yourself as an initiate on a path of self-discovery, connecting your journey with the ancient mystery schools and their practices. These schools were created to guide seekers on a path of transformation, using symbolic language, ritual, and meditation to unlock hidden potentials, connecting to the knowledge that has been present in all times, but not always visible. The TAY-RHO in its true form is a similar system of initiation, providing you with the tools to understand the deepest layers of your being and to consciously shape your reality. The cards are not just objects, they are keys, gateways, and symbolic representations of the universal laws that govern all existence. Have you ever considered yourself part of a long lineage of seekers? You are not just an individual, you are part of a greater tradition of those who strive for self-mastery. This journey requires continuous practice and a commitment to self-reflection and conscious creation, emphasizing the importance of consistency and dedication on the path to self-mastery. This is not a destination. It is a path, an ongoing process of growth and evolution, And as you continue to integrate your understanding of the tarot into your daily life, you will begin to recognize the subtle ways that your beliefs and intentions are shaping your reality. The cards are not meant to be used occasionally. They are a tool for daily practice, and each time you engage with them, you have the opportunity to refine your understanding, to clarify your intentions, and to more fully embody your highest potential. Think of this as a daily meditation, a continuous process of self-awareness, intention setting, and conscious creation. Just as a musician practices to master an instrument, so too must you practice to master your own consciousness. Each card is a key to deeper understanding. Integrating all that you have learned, you must now combine all the threads of this journey, using the tarot as a tool for continued growth, awareness, and transformation. This is not just a theoretical framework. It is a practical system for daily living, aligning your intention with universal principles. Choose a card at the beginning of each day and spend some time reflecting on its symbolism within the context of your current experience. Ask yourself, what does this card reveal about my inner state? What lessons is it offering me? What intention can I set to bring my life into greater alignment? Use the visualization techniques you have learned, allowing the card to guide you through your day, shaping your thoughts, feelings, and actions. The tarot, therefore, becomes a daily guide, a reminder of your inherent power, and a tool for consciously shaping your reality. This is not just a technique. It is a way of life, an ongoing journey of self-discovery and conscious creation, and now you have a system for continuing this process. The true power of the tarot is revealed when it is used as a tool for self-mastery and the conscious creation of a new reality. You are not a passive recipient of fate. You are an active participant in the shaping of your own destiny and the destiny of the world around you. You have learned that the dark secret of the tarot is not about external forces. It is about your own power, your own potential, and your own responsibility to use this power wisely. Now you must fully embrace your role as a conscious co-creator, using the symbolic language of the tarot to bring your vision into reality. Your journey is just beginning, and each step will bring you closer to your authentic self. Remember, the power was always within you, and the tarot was always a key. Prepare to integrate all that you have learned. As we approach the end of this exploration, it is crucial to emphasize the profound power that resides within you and your unlimited capacity for self-transformation, fully restating the core promise of this journey and setting up the final, action-oriented section. You are not limited by the distorted interpretations of the tarot, nor by the subtle forms of manipulation that have been discussed. You are, at your very core, a powerful creator, and you are now equipped with the knowledge, understanding, and the tools to consciously shape your own reality and to contribute to the creation of a more empowered collective. The path has been laid, and it is now time for you to walk it, guided by the symbols and the principles that you have now learned. What will you now choose to create? You are not confined by the limited understanding of the tarot that you may have previously accepted. You are now equipped with a deeper knowledge, a more powerful understanding of the archetypal patterns, the potential manipulation of energy, and most importantly, your inherent ability to create your own reality. This is your key to unlocking your full potential, your birthright, and with the understanding of this power comes the responsibility to use this power wisely. The tarot is no longer a tool for passive prediction. It is a tool for active creation, and your next steps will determine the direction of your journey. How will you choose to step into your power? This journey has connected all the elements of this exploration, creating a cohesive narrative that leads you from ignorance to empowerment, highlighting how the dark secret was actually a way to discover your own inner power. You began with a limited understanding of the tarot as a tool for fortune-telling, and you have journeyed towards a recognition of its true potential and your own potential. You have seen how the archetypes can be manipulated, how energy and intent can be directed, and how self-awareness is the key to breaking free from limiting beliefs. This path has led you to the understanding of your ability to consciously create, and to your responsibility as a co-creator. What you will do next is up to you. The dark secret, which may have seemed unsettling at first, is actually the inherent potential within you, and the journey of self-mastery is a continuous unveiling of this potential. This is not a destination. It is a process, an ongoing evolution of awareness and intentional creation. The path ahead will be a constant integration of this new knowledge, an active engagement with the symbols and practices that have been shared. And it is through this practice that you will truly understand the depth of your power. The TAY-RHO is now a part of this journey, and your connection to the symbolic language is the key. Prepare now to step into action and unlock the final piece of this puzzle. The path of the initiate requires a deeper understanding, a recognition that the symbols of the TAY-RHO are not merely static images, but rather a sophisticated language of the subconscious, a direct line to your deepest beliefs, fears, and desires. Have you ever considered that the images on the cards are not just representations of external events, but reflections of your inner landscape, a complex system of archetypes that has been subtly influencing you throughout your life? Each suit, each number, and each figure within the TAY-RHO deck is a unique symbol, a specific frequency that resonates with different aspects of your psyche. The suit of cups, for example, is not simply about emotions. It's a representation of your subconscious emotional patterns, how you experience love, connection, and intuition. The number 3, often associated with creativity and growth, is a symbol of how you can express your inner potential. The image of the Empress, with her flowing robes and abundant harvest, is a visual cue into your innate capacity to nurture and create. This system is not about divination, it's about self-discovery. The symbols are not telling you what will happen, they are showing you who you are, where you are, and what you are capable of. This is the deeper meaning. Have you ever felt like your subconscious is a hidden world, a place of mystery? The TAY-RHO is a key to unlock its secrets. This language, when approached with awareness, can become a powerful tool for deciphering your own personal patterns and identifying the subconscious blocks that are holding you back from your true potential, going far beyond a simple intellectual understanding. The cards are not just meant to be memorized, they are meant to be experienced. It is through that experience you will uncover their deeper truths. Each symbol is a trigger, a gateway to an emotional state, a belief system, and a potential that lies dormant within you. When you engage with a specific card, you are not just looking at an image, you are activating a hidden part of your subconscious. For example, if you consistently draw the 5 of Pentacles, a card often associated with loss and hardship, instead of interpreting it as a sign of future financial difficulty, see it as an opportunity to examine your subconscious beliefs about scarcity and self-worth. What are you believing about your capacity to create abundance? What inner wounds are being triggered by this image? Using the cards in this way, through meditation and visualization, you can delve into the emotions and beliefs behind the symbols. Close your eyes and imagine the scene of the card. What are the feelings, the thoughts that come up for you? What does this image reveal about your subconscious landscape? The more you engage with the cards on a personal level, the more fluent you will become in this language of self-discovery. This is not just reading the cards, it's reading yourself. Are you ready to understand the language of your subconscious? However, to simply memorize the card meanings without engaging on a personal level is like only knowing a few words of a vast and nuanced language, and therefore you are missing the depth of the meaning, along with its true potential. Think of the traditional interpretation of the Lover's card, a symbol of romance and relationships. This interpretation often leads to a focus on external circumstances, on finding a partner or making a relationship work. But what if the true meaning of this card is not about romantic love, but about the relationship you have with yourself, your own internal integration of opposing forces, your inner masculine and feminine, and the balance of your logic and emotions? This is where the true power of the TAY-RHO lies, in the ability to go beyond the surface and to discover the deeper meaning within yourself. This approach is not about fortune-telling, it's about self-understanding. It's about recognizing how these archetypal patterns are expressed within your own consciousness, giving you the opportunity to align with the highest version of yourself. You are the only one who can truly interpret the symbols, and by learning this inner language, you unlock your own wisdom, moving beyond superficial understanding. What is your own personal interpretation of the symbols? This language can be learned. You can become fluent in your own subconscious landscape. Through continued self-reflection, visualization, and meditation, you create a direct path towards self-mastery, understanding the power that lies hidden within you. Each card is a unique symbol, a specific key that unlocks a particular aspect of your subconscious. The more you engage with these symbols on a personal level, the more you will begin to decipher the hidden patterns and beliefs that shape your reality, understanding them, and ultimately being able to reshape them. Think of it like learning any new skill. With practice and dedication, you can master it. You are the one who holds the map to your own inner world, and the TAY-RHO is a tool to guide you through it. What are you waiting for? It's time to master this language and unlock the depths of your potential. This is the foundation for what you will learn in the next section. Having established that the TAY-RHO is a language of the subconscious, you must now actively challenge and transcend the limitations of the common interpretations, which can often be disempowering, creating unnecessary fear or dependence on external forces. Think about how many people use the TAY-RHO as a way to passively seek answers about their future without taking active responsibility for the present. The traditional interpretations often focus on external circumstances, on what will happen, instead of focusing on inner states, on what you can create. This creates a sense of disempowerment, a belief that you are at the mercy of external forces, of fate, or of destiny. The Tower card, typically seen as a symbol of disaster, can create feelings of fear and anxiety, a belief that something terrible is about to happen. The Death card, frequently seen as a literal death, creates unnecessary fear and an aversion to change. This creates a cycle of limitation, where the viewer's focus is on what they cannot control, reinforcing a sense of powerlessness. How often have you felt limited by a fear of the future? The TAY-RHO, when used in this way, becomes a tool of limitation rather than a tool of empowerment. By choosing to reinterpret the cards through a lens of self-empowerment, you can actively reprogram limiting beliefs and take conscious control of your own narrative, understanding that your internal state creates your external experiences. This process starts with recognizing the limiting interpretations and then consciously reframing them with more empowering alternatives, taking the power away from external circumstances and placing it firmly back into your hands. When you look at the Tower card, instead of seeing destruction and chaos, see a necessary breakdown of outdated structures that no longer serve you, creating space for new possibilities. When you look at the Death card, instead of seeing an end, see a transformation, a change that is necessary for growth and evolution, a gateway to new beginnings. When you interpret the Five of Cups, instead of seeing loss and regret, see an opportunity to release what is gone and embrace the new experiences that are waiting for you. This simple reframing is not just about positive thinking, it's about understanding that you have the power to choose your own interpretation. You are not limited by the traditional definitions. You are free to create your own. This is the power of conscious interpretation and the path to self-mastery. How will you now choose to interpret the cards? Let us now explore a specific exercise in using the cards to actively break free from these fear-based interpretations and to replace them with empowering alternatives, showing you that the power of the TAY-RHO lies not in the cards themselves, but in the interpretation that you choose, thereby reinforcing that you are the one in control. Select a card that consistently triggers a negative emotional response for you. Let's say it's the Ten of Swords, a card often interpreted as total defeat and failure. Instead of focusing on the negative imagery, recognize it as a symbol of the end of an old cycle, a necessary clearing away of what no longer serves you. Now create a new image, one where the swords transform into rays of light, illuminating a new path forward. Replace your negative thought pattern with an empowering affirmation, such as, "I release the past and embrace the future with courage and confidence." Repeat this affirmation as you visualize the new image. Feel the energy shift within you and experience how consciously reframing the card can transform your emotional state and your perspective. Do this simple exercise every time you encounter this card and feel the limitation of the fear-based interpretation slowly disappear and be replaced with new empowering beliefs. This is how you take control of your narrative. Are you ready to take this power for yourself? This process of reinterpretation is not merely about thinking positive. It's about understanding the underlying patterns that create these limiting beliefs, empowering you to not only shift your perspective, but to also transform the root causes of these fears, therefore becoming a conscious agent of change and moving you towards self-mastery and personal responsibility. When you understand the origin of your fears and limiting beliefs, you also understand the path to transform them. The cards, in this way, become your teachers, guiding you to deeper levels of self-awareness, understanding, and transformation. The power is in your hands. The tarot is not a tool for passive reception. It's a tool for active transformation, a way for you to recognize the patterns and rewrite your own story. This journey requires courage, awareness, and a commitment to creating a better reality, not just for yourself, but for everyone. Now, are you ready to take on this responsibility? Now let's explore how the symbolic language of the tarot can be used to align your conscious intentions with your subconscious mind, creating a powerful force for manifestation, recognizing that your inner world creates your outer experiences. This is where the true alchemical power is activated, your ability to consciously co-create the reality that you desire, taking on full responsibility for your life and the world around you. It's time to move beyond passive interpretation and into active creation. The symbols of the tarot become the energetic keys, activating your intention and focusing your will, creating a bridge between your inner desires and your external reality, and connecting you to the universe as a co-creator. The intention here is not just to wish for something. It's to intentionally manifest it, using the power of your subconscious mind in alignment with the symbolic language of the cards. How often have you wished for something without consciously taking the steps to bring it into reality? The tarot, when used intentionally, becomes a roadmap for manifestation, guiding you through the steps of conscious creation. Think of the process of choosing cards as choosing the archetypal energies that you wish to bring into your experience. If, for instance, your intention is to create more abundance in your life, you could choose the 10 of Pentacles, a card that represents wealth, stability, and material success. However, your action doesn't stop at simply choosing the card. Your next step is to engage with it, deeply connect with the image, and then visualize the energy of the card in your own life. Imagine the feeling of abundance, the security and stability that you desire, and then repeat your intention in the form of an affirmation, such as, "I am open to receive abundance in all areas of my life." The symbols of the card become the visual anchors for your intentions, amplifying your focus and directing your energy. By aligning your conscious intention with your subconscious desires, you are creating a powerful force for manifestation and aligning with the universal flow of energy. The tarot, in this way, is not just a tool for self-reflection. It's a tool for active creation, a map for bringing your inner visions into reality. What will you choose to create today? Consider the power of combining the visual symbols with focused intent and visualization. This is how to create a clear path for the desired outcomes, not just hopping or waiting, but actively participating in the process. Take a moment to recall a goal that you desire to manifest. It could be anything: a new project, a creative endeavor, a new state of being. Now, choose a tarot card that resonates with that goal and take a moment to explore its symbolism. Let's say your goal is to bring more love and joy into your life, and you choose the Three of Cups, a card that symbolizes celebration, connection, and community. First, visualize the imagery, a group of people joyfully celebrating together. Imagine yourself among them, fully present, filled with love and joy. Now repeat the affirmation, I am surrounded by love and joy, and I celebrate all of the wonderful experiences in my life. Infuse this visualization with your focused intent, the emotion of love and happiness. Feel the energy of the card activating your desire, creating a magnetic pull towards your intention. By combining the symbolic imagery, focused visualization, and the intention that is within you, you amplify the power of your manifestation, consciously co-creating your desired reality. The tarot becomes a catalyst, not an answer, and you become the creator. Are you ready to actively co-create your reality? The cards, when understood this way, are not merely tools for predicting a passive future. They are a catalyst for focused intention, a way to bridge the gap between the potential within you and the world around you, understanding that they can actively assist you in the process of conscious creation, therefore, empowering you to take ownership of your experiences and to manifest your desired realities. By understanding the power of the symbols and applying them with intention, you become a conscious co-creator of your reality, moving from a place of limitation to a place of infinite potential. The tarot is a tool to unlock the power within you, and you are now the master of your own destiny. The more you consciously engage with this practice, the more skilled you will become in shaping your own experience. What kind of future will you consciously create for yourself? Having unlocked the power of the tarot to shape your reality, we must now explore the ethical considerations of using this power for manifestation, fully understanding that with great power comes great responsibility, and that the actions you take must be in alignment with the highest good. This is the most important lesson to learn in order to become a true co-creator of your reality. When the power of intention is not aligned with moral principles, it can easily be misused, leading to negative consequences, both for the individual and for the collective. Think about those who seek to control others through manipulation or deception. They may achieve short-term gains, but they ultimately undermine their own well-being, creating a cycle of harm. The same principle applies when using the symbolic language of the tarot. Your intentions must always be aligned with a vision of a world where all beings can thrive, and not just focused on your own personal gain at the expense of others. This is the path of conscious creation, a path that requires both power and responsibility. Have you ever considered the ethical implications of your desires? The true power of the tarot lies in its ability to manifest positive change, to create a world that is based on justice, compassion, and interconnectedness, where your own personal vision is aligned with the greater good, understanding that we are all part of a larger whole, and that what you do for yourself, you do for everyone. This goes beyond manifesting individual desires. It's about using your power to create a world where all beings can flourish. The cards can help you to connect with universal principles, guiding you to always choose the highest path, balancing personal desires with ethical considerations, and seeing that intention alone is not enough. It must always be balanced with wisdom and compassion. For example, if you are manifesting abundance, consider how your abundance can benefit others. If you are manifesting success, consider how your success can contribute to the collective good. This is the path of the true initiate, one where power is combined with responsibility, and intention is always guided by a vision of a better world. How can you use your power for the benefit of all? The ultimate power of the tarot lies in its capacity to inspire positive transformation, both in yourself and in the world around you, understanding that what you create with this power will have repercussions not only in your own life, but in the lives of those around you, moving beyond individual desires to a perspective of collective well-being. When you use your intention to create from a place of love, compassion, and integrity, you create a ripple effect that inspires and uplifts all those with whom you interact. And when you choose to create from fear or ego, you contribute to the cycle of limitations, not just for yourself, but also for the collective. By choosing to create in alignment with your higher self, you become a force for good, a source of inspiration, and a catalyst for positive change. Remember, you are not just creating your own reality, you are co-creating a shared reality, and your choices are essential to this process. How will you choose to use your power to make the world a better place? The path of the initiate is about using your power with integrity and compassion, understanding that you are an agent of positive change in the world, and that by committing to this path, you become an active participant in the creation of a new reality, one that is rooted in love, awareness, and the interconnectedness of all beings, therefore linking self-mastery with collective transformation. This path requires you to always check your motivations to ensure that what you create comes from a place of service and a desire for the betterment of everyone. The true path of the initiate is not just about personal gain, it's about collective upliftment, understanding that your power is a gift, and it is your responsibility to use it wisely. So, how will you now choose to act? In the conclusion, we will bring all of these elements together. Having uncovered the power of intention and conscious creation, we must now recognize that the foundation upon which all manifestation rests is the bedrock of your inner beliefs, the very structure that holds your reality together. Have you ever considered that the world you experience is a direct reflection of your internal landscape, and that what you believe about yourself and your potential is mirrored in every aspect of your external life? The TAY-RHO is not merely a tool for divining future events. It is a mirror reflecting back your deepest subconscious programming, showing you the very beliefs that dictate your present experience. The cards become a map of your inner world, revealing both the limiting beliefs that keep you trapped and the empowering beliefs that can set you free. The traditional interpretations of the TAY-RHO often focus on external events. They are only showing you a reflection of the inner world that you have created. Take, for example, the Moon card, often associated with illusion, deception, and hidden enemies. If you interpret this card through the lens of fear, you will attract those very experiences into your reality. You will believe that you are a victim of circumstance, at the mercy of external forces beyond your control, and thus creating a reality of uncertainty and fear. However, if you see the moon as a symbol of intuition, the subconscious, and the deep mysteries of the universe, then you will unlock your own inner wisdom and align with the hidden potential that resides within you, understanding it is not a warning, but a calling to go deeper within, to trust your inner guidance, and to embrace the unknown, and in this reframing, create a completely different experience. This reframing is the key to taking back your power. Your inner world, the intricate web of your beliefs, emotions, and subconscious programs, acts as the architect for your external experiences, determining the very fabric of the life that unfolds before you. What you hold inside, the unchallenged assumptions, the ingrained patterns, and the unconscious fears, manifest as the people you attract, the opportunities you receive, and the challenges you face, and the TAY-RHO acts as a lens through which you can see this pattern with clarity. The cards become a visual representation of your inner landscape, revealing the beliefs that are shaping your reality and empowering you to take control and change the script. This is where personal responsibility begins, not by blaming outside forces, but by looking inward, understanding how you are creating your reality, and then taking action to reshape it. Draw a card, any card. Now reflect on the imagery. What is the first thought that comes to mind? Let's say you draw the Three of Swords, a card often associated with heartbreak and emotional pain. Instead of seeing it as an external event, see it as a reflection of your internal emotional patterns. Do you believe you are unworthy of love? Do you fear vulnerability? Where do these beliefs originate? This simple exercise reveals how your inner beliefs are playing out in your external life, creating experiences that mirror your inner state. Recognizing this connection is the first step toward taking back control of your narrative and shifting the power back to you. What patterns are you now seeing? However, to remain limited by these initial interpretations is to allow the old programming to continue. It is through this reinterpretation that the true power is revealed, creating a fundamental shift in how you perceive the world, and most importantly, how you perceive yourself. The TAY-RHO is not a tool for confirming your limitations. It is a tool for transcending them, by revealing these self-limiting narratives and empowering you to consciously rewrite them, understanding that you are the author of your own story. Take that Three of Swords again. Instead of seeing it as a symbol of heartbreak and pain, see it as an opportunity for healing, for releasing old wounds, for growing stronger through emotional resilience. See the three swords as symbols of the different aspects of your being, your mind, your emotions, and your spirit. Acknowledge the pain, but then visualize these swords transforming into rays of light, illuminating a new path forward towards emotional integration and inner strength. Now replace your limiting belief with an empowering affirmation such as, I embrace my emotional strength and I am open to love and healing. Repeat this affirmation as you consciously reimagine the card's symbolism. Feel the shift in your energy, in your perspective, and in your emotional state. This is how you begin to dismantle old beliefs and create new ones, using the TAY-RHO as a catalyst for change. What new possibilities are you now creating? And by consciously choosing empowering beliefs, you are no longer at the mercy of external forces, but are now the master of your own destiny, consciously creating a more fulfilling and authentic experience, understanding that the TAY-RHO is simply a tool to reveal the patterns that already exist, both the limitations and the potential, empowering you to create from a place of awareness and intention. And that this power has always been within you. It is not the cards that possess the power. It's your own consciousness, reflecting your beliefs and shaping your reality, and the TAY-RHO serves as a visual representation, a reminder of your own creative force, a tool for accessing your own wisdom, and a key for unlocking the incredible potential that already resides within you. How will you choose to use this power? This is where true self-mastery begins, the ability to reshape your reality by first reshaping your beliefs. Having understood that your beliefs create your reality, we must now explore how to consciously reprogram your subconscious using the symbolic language of the TAY-RHO, actively aligning it with your conscious intentions to create the life that you desire, with purpose and clarity. Are you aware that your subconscious is constantly being programmed by your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, and your experiences? The TAY-RHO can be a powerful tool for consciously reprogramming this part of your mind, using the symbolic imagery to create new neural pathways and to activate your inherent creative potential. The visualization of specific card imagery acts as a code, a direct language for communicating with your subconscious mind, overriding the old programs and installing new ones, creating a powerful and aligned force for manifestation. Let's take the Wheel of Fortune card, often associated with unpredictable change and fate. When seen through a lens of limitation, it creates feelings of helplessness. But what if you were to consciously reinterpret this card, viewing it as a symbol of the cycles of life, of opportunity, and of personal power? By visualizing the wheel turning in your favor, intentionally moving in the direction of your goals, and understanding that you are the one directing its movement, you actively take control of your own destiny. This is not wishful thinking. This is the active reprogramming of your subconscious mind. How can you apply this powerful tool? By choosing specific cards that resonate with your desires, you are, in effect, choosing the archetypal energies that you wish to manifest. And then, using your focused intention, you create a resonant field that draws those very outcomes into your experience, much like how a tuning fork vibrates in resonance with a specific frequency, therefore attracting similar vibrations into your reality. This is where the laws of quantum entanglement and the observer effect come into play, where your consciousness influences the outcome of your experiences and the universe bends to align with your intentional desires. Let's take the Ace of Wands. a card that represents new beginnings, inspiration, and the spark of creative potential. When you visualize this card, you are not just looking at an image. You are activating a specific energy within you, the energy of inspired action. Combine this with the intention to take the steps needed to fulfill your goals, the affirmation, "I am inspired to take action, and I embrace the new opportunities that are before me," and you are now actively programming your subconscious to align with your conscious desires. The symbolism acts as a powerful amplifier, a clear signal to the universe that you are ready to create the life that you desire. How will you use this to create your new reality? The power of conscious manifestation lies not in passive wishing, but in active co-creation, transforming the old narratives of helplessness into empowering stories of personal responsibility, actively shaping your destiny through conscious intention. The TAY-RHO, when used in this way, becomes a roadmap, a guide for using these universal laws in your own life. It is not about passively waiting for the future to unfold. It's about actively shaping it, with purpose and intention, using the symbols of the cards to focus your energy and to align with the universal forces of creation. The key is consistency, integrating this practice into your daily life, always consciously aligning your intentions with your actions, and understanding that the universe responds to your signals, creating a feedback loop that amplifies your power. Choose a card that represents a specific desire, let's say the Nine of Cups, a card that symbolizes wish fulfillment, and use this as a focus for your daily practice, visualizing the card, repeating your affirmation, and consciously taking the steps towards your goal. By consistently engaging with the cards in this way, you are not just asking for change. You are actively creating it and reshaping your destiny from the inside out. How will you now commit to your own active creation? And ultimately, this practice is about taking full responsibility for shaping your reality, realizing that the power has always been within you to consciously align with universal laws, and that the TAY-RHO acts as a tool for deepening your self-mastery, bringing clarity, purpose, and direction to your life, and unlocking your potential as a conscious creator. The cards are not the source of power. They are the keys that unlock the power within you. It's time to take full ownership of this truth. What future are you now choosing to create? Having explored the power of belief and intention, it's time to recognize yourself as the master architect of your own life, understanding that you have the power to consciously design and build the reality that is in alignment with your highest purpose, creating a life of meaning, joy, and authentic expression. Are you aware that every thought, every action, every decision is a brick in the structure of your life? You are not a passive observer. You are the active designer of your own experience. The TAY-RHO in this context becomes a blueprint for your own potential, revealing the various stages of your personal evolution, from the initial spark of an idea to its full manifestation in the physical world, and mapping your journey toward wholeness. The major arcana represent the grand stages of your life, each card a unique step on the path towards self-actualization. You can use this map to intentionally design your life with purpose, with meaning, and with a deep sense of connection to your authentic self. The Fool card represents the start of your journey, that leap into the unknown, where everything is possible, and the World card represents the completion, the sense of integration and fulfillment. How can you use this map to design a life of purpose and fulfillment? Each symbol within the TAY-RHO is a representation of universal archetypes and life lessons, each revealing a unique pattern of the universe and offering a deeper understanding of your own potential. And when you understand the interconnectedness of these archetypes and their relevance to your own life, you begin to grasp the larger picture, understanding your role in this great unfolding of existence. The cards are not just individual symbols, they are all part of a larger pattern, and understanding this pattern is the key to creating a life that is aligned with the natural flow of the universe. The suits of the minor arcana represent different areas of your life, such as the suit of pentacles that represents your material well-being, your relationship to your physical body, and your sense of groundedness. When you see the Three of Pentacles, a card that represents collaboration, skill, and craftsmanship, it is a reminder to consciously create a life of material abundance, not just for yourself, but also for those who are around you. It is about building a sustainable foundation for a meaningful and fulfilling life, using your unique gifts and talents. The understanding of these patterns allows you to consciously connect your inner values with your outer actions, aligning your inner landscape with your external reality. How can you use this to create your ideal life? Moving beyond a life of reaction into a life of conscious creation, you have the power to consciously choose your own narratives, transforming the limiting stories of your past into the empowering vision of your future, actively writing the script of your life, using the tarot as a way to not only see the potential within you, but to also actively select the desired qualities and the outcomes that you wish to experience. No longer are you limited by the old stories. You now have the tools to create the life that you envision and to transform limiting beliefs into empowering ones. Choose a card that represents the future that you desire. The Sun card, for example, a card that symbolizes joy, success, and vitality. Now create a vision of your life that embodies these qualities. Visualize yourself living with joy and abundance. Write down the specific steps you will take to bring this vision into reality. Use this as a daily practice as you begin to build the structure of your desired life. The symbols of the tarot become a roadmap for your future, guiding you in the creation of a life that is aligned with your truest potential. Are you ready to design your new life? This practice is about embracing your inherent power, realizing that you always had the ability to create a life of purpose and fulfillment, and that by consciously engaging with the symbolic language of the tarot, you are activating your true potential, not just discovering your path, but consciously creating it as you go. Understanding you are both the architect and the builder of your own destiny. What will you now choose to create? The time has come to fully step into the role of master architect, and with intention and purpose, begin to build the life you are meant to live. Having explored the power of belief, intention, and conscious creation, we must now recognize that the path to true empowerment lies in the art of self-mastery, the journey of inner alignment, where you become the master of your own internal landscape, the ruler of your own destiny, recognizing that true power comes from within. The tarot is not merely a tool for manipulating external forces. It's a map for understanding and mastering your own inner world, helping you to integrate all aspects of your being into a cohesive whole, by turning your attention to the subconscious patterns, the hidden fears, and the untapped potential that exist within you. This is where the true power is found, not by controlling others, but by mastering yourself, by integrating the light and the shadow, the conscious and the subconscious, the masculine and the feminine. Take, for example, the Devil card, often interpreted as evil or temptation. However, this is a representation of your shadow self, the hidden aspects that you often repress or deny, and this shadow self, when properly integrated, becomes a source of incredible power and potential. What if you were to look at this card not as a warning, but as an invitation to embrace your own inner darkness, to understand its power, and to transform it into something that is aligned with your higher self? By looking at it this way, you are not running from it, you are now understanding how it is a part of you. How will you now transform your shadow self? Self-mastery is the constant process of aligning your conscious desires with your subconscious beliefs, integrating all aspects of your being into a cohesive whole, and understanding that true power comes from inner harmony and not external manipulation. The tarot becomes a guide for this process, revealing the various dynamics of your personality, your patterns, and your potential, and also showing you where you are out of alignment with your true self, allowing you to make the conscious choices that bring you back into balance with the universe. For example, the Suit of Cups represents your emotional landscape, your connection to love, your intuition, and your capacity for emotional balance. And if you consistently draw cards from this suit that show conflict or imbalance, it is a clear signal that you must focus on your emotional health, that you must seek emotional healing, and that you must find harmony within your inner world. The tarot, in this way, becomes a tool for continuous self-awareness and a path for the ongoing practice of inner alignment. How will you now bring balance to your inner world? Moving from a fragmented to an integrated understanding of self, you must now strive to harmonize the many parts of your being, consciously connecting your emotions with your thoughts, your logic with your intuition, and your shadow with your light, using the tarot to reveal these connections, and to understand that true power comes from embracing the totality of who you are. Moving beyond the duality of light and dark to an integrated vision of wholeness. Choose a card that represents your desired state of inner alignment, the Temperance card perhaps, a card that symbolizes balance, harmony, and integration. Now visualize yourself in this state of inner balance, fully present, accepting all aspects of yourself, without judgment, and feeling the flow of energy between all of the different parts of your being. Meditate on the card and consciously invite all parts of your being to come together in unity. Recognize how this feels within you. The tarot is your tool for discovering the deep patterns and connections within, and for illuminating the path towards self-mastery. Are you ready to fully embrace all of who you are? This journey is about the ultimate understanding of your own power to shape your outer reality, understanding that the most profound transformation begins from within, and that true empowerment comes from aligning your conscious desires with the wisdom of your authentic self, and that by mastering your inner world, you gain the power to create a life of purpose, meaning, and true fulfillment. How will you now choose to live? And so, we arrive at the core of the dark secret, the understanding that the power lies not in the cards themselves, but within you, that the tarot is merely a tool for unlocking your inherent potential, and that the real mystery was the hidden power that you always possessed, but may not have been fully aware of. The cards were always designed to remind you of this, to guide you to deeper levels of self-understanding, to activate your creative intention, and to illuminate the path towards self-mastery. The journey has always been about you. This is the most profound revelation of all, that the power to create has always been within your reach, and it is now time for you to fully embrace it, using the tarot as a guide. You now have the keys, the tools for integrating all of these lessons into your daily life, creating a path that is grounded in self-awareness, intention, and personal responsibility, understanding that the journey of self-mastery is not a destination, but a continuous exploration, an unfolding of potential, and an ongoing engagement with your own creative power. Begin by creating a daily practice, drawing a card each day, meditating on its symbolism, and consciously integrating its message into your life, understanding that the cards are reflections of your own subconscious, revealing both your limitations and your potential. Use this practice as a way to continuously deepen your self-awareness, to challenge your limiting beliefs, and to program new empowering perspectives. You also have been given practical exercises for intention setting and visualizing, creating new neural pathways, aligning your subconscious with your conscious desires, and empowering you to shape your desired reality. This is how you create a new world. By weaving these elements into a cohesive whole, you can now see that the journey is not about escaping from the world, but about transforming it from the inside out, becoming a conscious participant in the unfolding of your own reality, and the realization that the path from ignorance to empowerment is not a straight line, but rather a spiral, a deepening of awareness that expands with each level. And that the tarot is your companion on this journey, a tool that helps you to continuously grow, transform, and discover. The path of self-mastery is an endless journey, and you are now well equipped with the tools for going forward. Let us now look at the very concept of darkness itself, understanding that what we often label as darkness is simply the unilluminated parts of our potential, that your shadow, the fears, and the limiting beliefs that you may not be aware of are actually reservoirs of untapped energy waiting to be brought into the light, and that the journey of self-mastery is about embracing the entirety of your being. Integrating your shadow with your light and using the power of both to create a more empowered and conscious world, understanding that the journey never ends, but rather it continues with each step you now take, and that this is not a conclusion, but the beginning of a new phase, one of infinite possibilities. The power was always in you. How will you now use it? And so, the true dark secret of the TAY-RHO is unveiled, not as a tale of external manipulation or hidden meanings within the cards, but as a profound revelation of the inherent power of conscious creation that resides within each of us, a journey that has illuminated the internal potential we each hold. This path was never about the external, but about an inward journey of discovery, where manipulation, subconscious programming, and the symbolic archetypes were all pieces in a larger puzzle, designed to reveal that the source of power has always been within you. The various layers of understanding, the history, the psychology, and the esoteric, were all designed to guide you to this single, powerful realization: you are the source. The commonly held belief that the TAY-RHO is simply a tool for predicting the future is a reflection of a passive approach to life, an abdication of personal responsibility, a handing over of power. However, the empowered perspective we have uncovered reveals that the TAY-RHO is a call to active engagement with the self, with the processes of creation, with your own potential. Take, for example, the Judgment card, often interpreted as a call to be judged or to face consequences for past actions. In its limiting form, it can instill a sense of powerlessness and a fear of retribution. However, when viewed through the lens of empowerment, this card is a call to awaken, to release the past, and to be reborn into your higher self. It becomes an active choice, not a consequence, a call to step into your power and to consciously create your future. This is the profound transformation that awaits when we shift from passive recipient to active creator. The central tension introduced at the beginning of this journey, the mystery of the dark secret, was never about some external force seeking to control you, but a mirror reflecting your own untapped potential, your own responsibility to claim your power, and the understanding that the cards were always tools for self-discovery, and that you, and you alone, are the source of all creation. It is time to fully embrace that understanding. All the previous investigations and revelations have all pointed to this single truth: you are not at the mercy of fate, nor are you being controlled by some unknown force. You are the one in control, you are the source, and the cards have always been a way for you to remember who you truly are. The journey has not been about finding answers in the tarot cards, but about using them as a mirror to understand the self, to access the infinite potential that has always existed within, understanding that the cards were simply a map and not the destination, and that the final destination is the realization of your own self-mastery. This is where the true transformation takes place and where the journey into personal power truly begins. The cards were a guide, not a source, a tool for understanding, not a limit. The true power lies within. This new understanding of the TAY-RHO as a tool for self-discovery and self-mastery must now be placed within a broader framework of personal responsibility, where we understand that with this knowledge comes the ethical imperative to use this power for positive transformation, both personally and collectively, recognizing the profound interconnectedness of all things, and that our actions have a ripple effect on the larger reality. By changing ourselves, we directly impact the world around us, and the individual journey becomes an essential part of the collective evolution. Every choice you make, every intention you set, resonates throughout the entire fabric of existence, emphasizing your profound impact. The patterns explored throughout this journey of manipulation, the programming, and the path of self-mastery are all parts of a larger universal process that we are all participants in, and that by understanding these patterns, we become empowered to change them, consciously choosing how we will interact with the world and our place within it. These patterns are echoed throughout universal principles such as the law of attraction and the law of cause and effect, all of which are intrinsically linked to the concepts we have explored, and together create a clear understanding of the context of this entire journey. The individual choices resonate in the collective reality. The implications of this new understanding are a clear call to action, a powerful invitation to recognize that you are not a passive recipient of information, but an active participant in shaping a new reality, using your inherent creative power, understanding the ethical implications of conscious creation, and the importance of aligning your intentions with positive outcomes, both for yourself and for all of humanity. This new understanding, when put into practice, can actively shape the world around you and will also create a life of purpose. Take the responsibility to use your new understanding wisely. This is not an end, but the beginning of a path of continuous self-discovery, the conscious creation of your own personal reality, and a new vision for the collective. This journey has not culminated in a destination, but rather the beginning of a new phase, one where the knowledge you have gained becomes the foundation of your continued growth and evolution. The journey never ends, it only expands. This is not a final point, but a launching pad. And so the narrative threads come together, a clear call to action, emphasizing the need for continued practice, self-reflection, and the conscious application of the tools and techniques that we have discussed, understanding that the journey towards self-mastery is continuous, a spiral path of expansion that requires consistent effort and dedication, and by fully embracing the path and the practical applications, you become the master of your own reality. All of the previous points now form a clear, actionable path forward, revealing the next steps that you can take. This knowledge only becomes power through action. The dark secret of the TAY-RHO, that which seemed so mysterious, is now revealed as the path towards self-empowerment. And by embracing your inherent creative potential, you become an active co-creator of your own reality, choosing your own destiny, and shaping your own experience, understanding that this is not a path for the faint of heart, but one that requires consistent effort, and that the results are worth the work. You now have clear and actionable steps that you can implement into your daily life. You are the one who creates your world. The initial questions posed at the beginning of this journey have now been resolved. The real mystery was never about what the TAY-RHO is, but how to use it to consciously shape your reality, and that the answers were always within you. The journey has led to a higher level of comprehension, where the nature of reality is understood through the lens of your own power and an understanding of personal responsibility, and that the process has been one of empowerment and transformation. The journey was always designed to reveal the truth of your own potential. The tension created by the mystery of the dark secret is now released, reframed instead as a symbol of the unlimited potential that each person holds, focusing on the inherent ability to shape reality, and that the journey has been one of personal discovery, and not one of being subjected to external influences, replacing any previous feelings of powerlessness with empowerment and control. This was never a limitation, but an activation of your inherent power. The dark secret was always your own potential, and with this new understanding, let us now step into the unknown, asking, what reality will you choose to create? And how will you use your unique power to manifest a better world? Inspiring continued self-reflection and the application of the principles that you have learned, and setting the stage for further exploration and growth. The journey has only just begun, and the path ahead is filled with infinite possibilities. Now that you are aware of your power, what will you choose to create? Explore further areas of study, including related esoteric traditions, quantum physics, and personal development techniques, allowing you to deepen your knowledge and continue your journey beyond the scope of this single video, creating a clear path for continued growth and expansion and the realization of your full potential. There is an infinite amount of wisdom to be explored, and now the path is open for further study. This is not the end of learning, but the beginning. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section, fostering a community of like-minded individuals who are committed to personal empowerment and conscious creation, and let us create a space where we can support each other and share our unique insights as we all strive to create a better reality. Together, we can grow and transform. What insights will you now bring to the community? And so, as this chapter comes to a close, we now turn our attention to the future, with the possibility of future videos and series that explore related topics and more advanced techniques, maintaining your interest and prompting further engagement on this incredible journey. And together, we will continue to explore the mysteries of the universe and the potential that resides within each of us. The journey continues. How will you choose to participate?